Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you for joining me for another card making video today. We're going to keep it real simple today. Really nice and clean, elegant card with just a white card base. Been doing some other different bits and pieces of late, so I wanted to just sort of come back to something that's clean and simple today. And we're going to be using this stamp set, Timeless Charm. Not one I've used lots of actually, and kind of sort of sat on the shelf, kind of forgotten about it, but now that us demonstrators have seen what's coming ahead, we know also what's going to be retiring, so that sort of meant that going through my shelves and having a look at what was out there, and yeah, this one was there, and I thought, oh, could use this for some nice simple stamping cards. So that's exactly what I've done. I really like this watercolour kind of element here. That's really cute. So yeah, this is what we're using today. Alright, so sample card is here. This actually features retiring in colours as well. So I've got Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, and a little Orchid Oasis on there. So all those tonal blues and a couple of silver little pearls. Okay. So like I say, we'll just spin that up a little bit and just use a different colourway. So I've already cut my card bases. You know, I pre-cut my card bases. These are from the A4 cardstock, cut at 4 1/8 of an inch and scored at 5 7/8 of an inch. That's in the thick basic white, so I do a whole heap of those in advance and keep a stash of them so I can just reach for them. Likewise with card layers, so this is what I call a full card layer. Okay, so this measures 4 inches across by 5 3/4, and that's going to basically fill the front of that card with just a chintzy border. I tend not to stamp directly onto card bases, mainly because if you do it wrong, you can always turn it over and stamp it again, which, spoiler alert, that's what I did for this one. So you know, it just gives you more options, and then you can trim it down if you want to, or anything like that. So that's what I've done. There seems to be some splodgy thing on there, but that's fine. Not going to worry about it. And then I've got this strip, and I don't even know how wide it is, but I know it's wide enough for my sentiment. It is about an inch, give or take, which will fit the sentiment on. Okay, so the panel, then we'll get some stamping done. So I've got a couple of those sort of watercolour washy kind of things to build up the background. Okay, so we'll start with the larger one to build up a little bit of a background, and we're going to use Lemon Lolly as just a foundation for this. I'm going to twizzle it round, go the other way, and then we'll put a couple in the middle. And I'm not really paying much attention as to what the orientation necessarily. We're just going to sort of cover that central portion where it overlaps. The ink stamps a little darker as it layers up, and it is a distinctive stamp set, so you do get sort of a mottled effect with it anyway. So that's Lemon Lolly. So that was dead easy. I'm then going to bring in Soft Sea Foam. Tried it with Lemon Lime Twist and I didn't like it. You, of course, if you want to, you could do that. Have a play with your shades of greens and have a look, see what you like the look of. And I'm just sort of going up and down on this, and I've used it both that way and this way just to give a little bit of a different look and different heights on that sentiment there. Sorry, on that background there. Then our contrast colour is going to be Shaded Spruce. Okay, so I'm going to pop that to one side just for a second, and I'm going to bring in that strip of cardstock so that we can stamp out the sentiment. And I want to make sure that that's nice and well inked. And because we've got a nice convenient straight edge on this, I'm just going to hover over the top, line up the top edge of that stamp with the cardstock and press that down, and that should be roughly straight. Fantastic, it is. Fantastic. Okay, and then this is going to go over the top of this background, as you saw from the sample there. So I kind of want to eyeball where that is to kind of help me with the orientation of the additional leaves that we're going to pop on, which is this one, which has got a curve on it, which is nice, because it means you can get all kinds of different sort of looks on it. Okay, so I just wanted to see where that was sitting, and sort of help me with what I want to achieve. Okay, so we can afford to go a little higher because that bottom edge of that stamp is going to be covered by the sentiment, so any sort of crisscrossing or untidiness will be covered up. Okay, so we've got 3 going along there now. Okay, and we can kind of play with that and see where that sits now, and it might be that you decide this goes further up or down or whatever. So I feel like that's actually a bit on the low side now, but that's okay, that's fine. So I want to bring one in down here, somewhere around there, so fitting in from there. Okay, it's going to go there, could have come down a little bit, I guess, and then this one will come in along the bottom edge here. So as long as it doesn't go off the card, for this one I want everything within bounds. I don't want things going off the edge. Okay. Okay. Kind of feel like I want to do more with this bit, and I know there's something already there, but it'll probably just all get sort of incorporated in anyway. Oh, okay. So, oh, it doesn't look too bad now we've covered up the mess, right? Cool. There we go. Great, I can live with that. That's fine. So without that, that looks horrendous. But once you cover up that messy portion there where the stems have overlapped, it actually doesn't look too bad. So that's our secret. We don't need to tell anybody about that. Okay, and then it's just a case of sticking this down. So my wonderful stamping steel, that's what I like to use for this. Super simple today. Okay, and then we can just line that up, and if you get those 3 edges right at the bottom, so I do mine this way. Obviously if you're right-handed you might be doing it that way, but look to get those edges nice and straight, because they're the ones that will give you away if it isn't quite right. And there's no dimensionals on this, we're just sticking it straight down and keeping it nice and flat. Okay, and we want to make sure that we're covering up that that bit that was a little bit untidy, and just drop that in. Okay, and with this one we used the silver pearls, which were actually from these they're called red and green on the packet, but in the I think they're referred to as festive pearls in some instances. So we used the silver, but I think we'll use the gold this time. Okay, so we're highlighting that sentiment, bringing it all together with that lovely little trio of pearls there. Doesn't it? It's amazing what 3 little gems can do, just to sort of zing something up that did look quite plain. You know, it's really cool. Really cool. They're ever so nice, those are, as well. I'm not sure if they're sticking around or not, but you know what? They're in the stash. They're gold pearls. So I'll get those used up. Okay, so that's it from me. Really simple today. Mix and match your colours. I've gone with sort of almost tonal, almost monochromatic kind of look, but you know, have fun with it and do the colours that you want. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed that and it's given you an idea of how to use this lovely Timeless Charm stamp set. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.